All right, so what's up? And we're going to talk about how to change your default printer. This is super, super easy. But if you're not sure how to do it, it's a real pain because every time you print, it either prints to the wrong printer or you have to change it manually. And I had a client one time that was walking all the way down the hallway, like 30 seconds each way to get a print job when they had a printer right there with them. And so they're actually losing a lot of time when you add that up. You take 30 seconds here, add that up over the day. Like let's say you lose 30 seconds 10 times a day. 5 days a week, add that up, do some simple math, add that up over the course of a month, a year, and then take that and consider an entire company's staff. You lose a lot of time. So little things like making sure your printer default is correct can actually save you a lot of time. So not to try to make it too dramatic or anything. So in Windows 10, you can click down here and click printers, just type printers, open up devices and printers. Actually, let me show you another thing. I'm gonna roll the dice on this even working, but I think there's another way. If you hit Windows key and R, I want to say if you type Control Printers. Let me close this first. Okay. Yeah. So if you do Control Printers, it'll also open the screen. Now in Windows 10, even on really fast computers, it seems to populate the screen really slow. I have not had the same problem on Windows 7 at all. This screen is usually up right away, but it does seem to take 10 or 20 seconds on Windows 10 just to show you all the printers. And I imagine someone has a good answer for that. I don't, and I don't particularly care what the reason is. Okay, so here's a bunch of printers and different printer related things. So I don't actually have a default printer because if I did, it would have a green check next to it. Now I'm going to set a default printer just so I can show you, but let's say that this Brother HL3170 CDW, I wanted that to be my default. Just hover the mouse over it so it's highlighted, right click on it, come down to here, set as default printer, click it. Okay. Now the green check means it is my default printer. You can change that at any time to other printers. Let's say I wanted it to be Microsoft Print to PDF, which what that is, if you try to print something, like anything, a web page, an email, anything, when you click print, it won't actually print it out to a printer. It will ask you to save it. And what it'll do is convert it to a PDF. So set as default printer. Windows 10 actually has this really cool feature called, I think it's called network or location aware printing, so that depending on what network you're at, it changes your default printer. So let's say you're at work. Let's say this Brother is my work printer. So when I'm on the work network, Windows senses that and changes it to this printer as my default. But when I'm home, it changes it back to my home printer, which is actually a really cool feature. It's something I've had people ask for in Windows 7. But off the top of my head, I don't think it's available in Windows 7. Could be wrong, but I don't think it is. But it's definitely available in 10, and that is how you set your default printer.